All right, good morning and happy Monday, folks. Let's do a quick sound check here, make sure we are rocking and rolling. Good morning, Mirza. Good morning, Lorna, Omer, Debbie, Darren, Bruce. All right, good to be back, guys. I enjoyed my little staycation, but I am back. But all right, we'll jump in. I'm not going to keep you all for too long. I've got to work on webinar slides. I got to get back to emails. All kinds of things on the agenda. But for the week ahead here, I think the major thing to keep in mind, we've got the Fed on Wednesday. The one and only Jerome Powell. So my thinking is between now and Thursday, I'm going to have a bit more of a day trade focus. All right, 15-minute, 30-minute, 1-hour squeezes. Then on Thursday, we'll let the dust settle, see how the market reacts to the Fed, and then we'll think a bit more about the swing trade side of things. So make sure you behave yourself between now and Thursday. But I got a couple setups on the board for you. I won't go through all of them, but I can do this for you. If you want, take a picture, take a screenshot. I've got Amazon, QQQ, ASML, AI, Apple, ADP, BAC, BKNG, and a few more with A+ setups. I'll show you 4 or 5 of my favorites. And we'll kick things off here with the SPX. Brand new A+ setup here off of the daily time frame. Good morning, Greg. Greg must be a Mavericks fan. Brand new daily squeeze here for SPX. We got our buy signals. We've got the bull structure, bull momentum, bull trend, and the perfect score at 12. Assuming Powell doesn't crush the market, I think over time, that squeeze takes the S&Ps towards 5,400 and change. What's up, Ed? Good morning. Hey, it ain't over till it's over, Ed. It ain't over until it's over. But yeah, brand new squeeze here for the SPX. And as long as that signal prints, there can be a path here towards 5,400 and change. I wouldn't fight it. I wouldn't doubt it for now. Moving on to the QQQ. And for the Qs here, we've got the A+ setup on the weekly. Weekly squeeze, weekly buy signal. Perfect score at 12. All the pretty colors. Again, as long as that signal prints, there could be a path here towards 480-ish. I wouldn't fight it. I wouldn't doubt it. Now, if the QQQ can fire that weekly squeeze, as a general statement, the Apples, the Amazons, and Microsofts of the world, they should be in good shape for higher prices. Brand new setup here for Amazon. Brand new weekly squeeze, brand new weekly buy signal. I think it'll be a bit more of a QQQ thing. It's a brand new squeeze. I tend to think whether it be a daily squeeze or a weekly squeeze, they need about anywhere from 3 to 5 bars of compression. So this week will be bar number 2 here for the Amazon weekly squeeze. But if the QQQ heads to 480-ish, I think a pretty good chance Amazon can take this weekly squeeze and potentially trigger a push up towards $200. And to make things a bit more interesting, we've also got the 3-day squeeze setting up, and we got the 2-day squeeze as well. A little bit of squeeze on, squeeze magic. The one thing that could be a little bit better, it's got the perfect weekly setup. If you look at the daily chart, it's a little bit more neutral. 21 EMA under the 50. Big 3 score of 3. No buy signal, neutral trend, neutral structure. What I would like to see here on the daily will be a brand new daily buy signal. If they can crank out a fresh daily buy signal, then I think a better chance they can take that 2-day, 3-day weekly squeeze and get the party going towards the upside. Next up is Broadcom. Now, what do y'all think? Does Broadcom do a stock split? A la NVIDIA? I've got no idea, of course, but it would be pretty cool. It would be pretty cool. If you look at the weekly, though, putting aside earnings, putting aside a potential stock split, it's got a great setup here. Last time we had the A plus squeeze was back here in November, December. That kicks off a rally from about $900 into 1,500-ish, 1,400-ish. So not to say history has to repeat itself, but I think there might be a chance here. Squeeze prints, buy signal prints, perfect score at 12. Everything pointing towards a potential push towards 1,600 and change. The one thing that makes it a bit tricky, earnings. If they gap it up in a big fashion, I think she's gonzo. If they gap it down in a big fashion, at that point, it may no longer be a valid setup. Selfishly, I kind of hope it goes nowhere after earnings. Opens up flat, then we can jump in, buy a few calls here for that weekly squeeze. So Broadcom weekly, QQQ weekly, Amazon weekly, SPX on the daily, and then a couple of banks for you, a couple of financials. BAC here. Bought a few calls on Friday, and we got the A plus on the daily. I don't think it'll be a BAC thing. I don't think it'll be a financials thing. I think until Thursday, it all comes down to the Fed. But if Jerome Powell gives the market his blessing, I like BAC for a push towards 41 to 41.50-ish. And then along the same lines would be Berkshire. We got the A plus on the weekly. And a lot of these are brand new weekly squeezes. So again, give them anywhere from 2 to 5 weeks to build up more energy. But they've got the structure, they've got the trend, they've got the buy signal. All the fixings for a nice push. A plus on the weekly for Burke, and then also A plus on the 4 hour. And I think as far as the financials go, that might be the best too. Let's go see Goldman. A couple squeezes here. Daily, 4 hour, 2 hour, 30 minute, 15 minute. None of them have a buy signal. Got to get that buy signal. Morgan, not great, not bad. What about Schwab? Yeah, not my favorite. I like BAC, and I like Burke. And then one more for you here. Let me give you, which one do we go with? ASML. We got a weekly squeeze theme going. Weekly A plus for ASML. If they can take that through 1050-ish, I think that bad boy's got some room to run. So again, put these on your watch list. Keep an eye on them. My personal advice, I wouldn't be in a big rush to open any swing trades before Thursday. Today, tomorrow, Wednesday, drill down to a 15-minute, 30-minute, 1 hour time frame. Try to find your plate of opportunity on an intraday basis. Then we get through the Fed, we get into Thursday. Then we can think a bit more swing trade. So until then, look for things like Coinbase last week. We had a nice trade on Coin. A plus on the 4 hour. I believe GameStop, of all things. GameStop had one over here on the 1 hour. Yeah, right back there. And that triggered a casual 50% push. And then I want to say AMC. Yeah, AMC had one on the 1 hour as well. So I think until Thursday, make that your plate of opportunity. Find it on an intraday basis. Pull the trigger, catch the push, take your cashola, and then go to bed with your peace of mind intact. Then Thursday, we're back to the swing trades. But all right, y'all, that's all I got for you. Any questions, anything you want to take a look at, I have got you covered. And then I put a link here in the chat for the Wednesday webinar. So come through on Wednesday. If you want, bring an adult beverage. And we'll talk about the 25 trade challenge I got coming up. We'll do the challenge in my trading room. 25 trades in a row. Nothing but A+ setups. I'm going to reset the account here probably at the end of this week. But so far, I've got 20 under my belt. 15 wins, 5 losses, 75% win rate, average win of 64, and average loss of 33. So come Friday, I'll reset the account, and then we'll kick off a brand new challenge together. Shall be a good time. Yeah, the Dixie. Let's go take a look at the good old dollar. It's definitely something to keep an eye on. The last time the dollar was strong, early to mid-April, what happens to the S&Ps? Strong dollar tends to mean a weaker market. So for the Dixie as it currently sits here, we have a weekly 2-hour, 1 hour, 30-minute, 15-minute, 5-minute buy signal. With that being said, if we compare the daily chart right now to the daily chart back here in April, it was much more bullish. Better trend, better structure, better momentum, much more supportive of a strong dollar. But regardless, if this heads back towards 106, 107, in most situations, that's going to put some pressure on the equities market. I think come Thursday, then we'll get a better sense of what's up here for the dollar. You can watch the dollar. You can also watch the HYG, the junk bonds. Strong dollar, weak HYG. Not a great combination for the overall market. Again, mid-April, dollar goes higher, HYG goes lower, and you got that big flush in the S&Ps and the QQQ. Personally, I'm not going to read too much into anything until Thursday, but definitely a few things to keep an eye on. Thoughts on Dell? Let's see the Dell. All right, so the simple solution here, let's do this. All right, so every one of these trades, whether it was a weekly chart, whether it was a 15-minute chart, whether I'm buying calls, whether I'm doing a butterfly, the one thing they all had in common, they were all A+ setups. That makes my job pretty simple. Can I trade Dell? Well, I can trade Dell for a swing trade or a day trade if I've got an A+ setup somewhere. Throw Dell onto the board, and I've got nothing. No weekly, no daily, no 1 hour, no A+ setup anywhere. What I would do from there is just sit back and wait for that setup. If I get it on the 30-minute, I can day trade it. If I get it on the weekly, I can swing trade it. If I don't get it anywhere, I can't touch it. And then take that daily chart. It's very neutral. Neutral means no edge. Tough to call for a push higher. Tough to call for a move lower. Big 3 score of -1. No buy signal. No bull trend. No bull structure. What do I do with a -1? I don't do anything. I don't buy it. I don't short it. I move on to greener pastures. TNX. All right, let's put TNX on the board. TNX. What do we got? Let that load. Pull it up for you. Come on, Toss. Oh, what's the ticker for TNX on Toss? Anybody know? I forget what it was. What is a ticker? I forget the ticker, but yeah, you can also watch a TNX. Yep. Hey, what's up, Michael? I am doing good, my friend. I am doing good. My Celtics won last night, so I'm in a great mood. I am in a great move. And then, yeah, AI here. So we bought some calls on AI last week. Not a big trade, but we got that 2-hour squeeze setting up here. Now, frankly, for this trade to work, price has to go towards 31.50 to 32. Ideally by tomorrow. We'll talk about this more in the webinar. Strategy selection and time till expiration, it's a big part of the equation. If you think in terms of a shorter dated out the money call, the allure of that kind of strategy, if you can catch that push quickly, those options go up, 100, 150, 200%. If you get 1, 2, 3 days of chop, they can go down 50, 60, 70% just as fast. So being that our calls expire on a Friday, AI's got to get boogieing a little bit quicker here. But we did buy some calls there off that 2-hour setup on Friday. CGI. Yeah, it's a different ticker for Toss. I'll try to remember it later. I'm sure I got it somewhere. Somewhere in the archives. TNX? CGI? There you go. Look at you guys. You're all over it. Yeah, okay, here we go. So, again, a little bit like the dollar. Last time the TNX was really strong, mid-April. So mid-April, you've got a strong dollar, a strong TNX, and a weak HYG. The one observation I would make, though, both TNX and the dollar, the indicators are a lot more bullish back in April. Right? Better structure. They had bull momentum. They had a buy signal. Much more supportive of a big push. This time around, yeah, it's pushing. But you've got a sell signal. You've got the 21 under the 50. I think something that you wake up on Thursday morning and then you come and take a fresh look. Take a fresh look, then we can take it from there. But all right, y'all, I'm going to let you go here. I got to work on webinar slides, all that fun stuff. For those of you in the Essentials room, or the Essentials room rather, I will see you at 10:30 a.m. Central for about an hour. So I'll be back. We'll keep the party going. We'll look for a few day trades. And aside from that, I am happy to be back. We'll get through the Fed and we'll keep on keeping on. But hey, guys, as always, thank you for your time. Have a great Monday. Kick some ass this week, and I'll talk to y'all soon. Adios. Gregory, I hope you have a better day.